They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. This defense for the Steelers, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you feel like you can. And when you look at this team, you definitely think that it is, because anytime you can tell your offense, just get us a couple of touchdowns, we got this thing locked down, that's when you know you're playing well. Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. To throw on third down, Hopkins. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Their first possession of the game, and they're already going after double coverage.
That's a nice completion that can set the tone for things to come if they're able to keep finding ways to beat what the defense is throwing at them. They look like they're confident that they can get it done.
First down, Fry. Now the stiff arm created some space initially, but he's taken down not long after. Jalen Mills in on the stop. The Giants had 2-2 through the first 4 weeks of the season, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And the offense last week, they certainly have things humming, because if you can run up 40-plus points a game, you certainly take a lot of pressure off of your defense, and you're not going to lose very often.
A quick throw out wide, caught by Robinson. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And now 2 yards to go on third down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. Do you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And he will have a Giants first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
And we tend to give those running backs that are slashers a lot of credit, but how about guys who are maulers? Because that's what you want in short yardage situations, and we just saw that occur right there, didn't we?
Vertical, downhill running. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Back to throw. Hopkins. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. You were telling me this yesterday. It's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. In motion comes the tight end left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Powell. Touchdown, Giants. A great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Giants will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point safely through, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They run again with Harris. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Mayfield now. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Fryermuth. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Mayfield on play action. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll send Austin in motion right. Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
In motion right is Austin. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. They hand this off to Harris. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. On the give, this is Harris. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Now Mayfield on 3rd and goal. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Steelers respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point put through by Boswell. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 and the 24. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They were riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. And the Giants send out their punter now. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. That's taken it around the 40. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
And the tight end goes in motion left. The tight end in motion right. Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Mayfield looks to throw. And he's got his target, Harris. He's got room at the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
A very nice job right there, working the middle of the field, able to create some separation and then utilize it to not just make the catch, but turn upfield once he got the ball in his hands.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They'll bring a tight end in motion left. They'll run again with Harris. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have moved out in front. Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
You know, I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
Off the play fake. Hopkins, he's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
Throwing on first down. Hopkins. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. It's Barkley on the counter. And some room to roam now. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley with career touchdown number 70. And the Giants are an extra point away from evening this one up. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone count? Jab and get things going in their direction.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw it. Buying time to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
Harris running straight ahead. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Mayfield now from the 50. Being chased out left. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half. Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Hopkins. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it looks like Steeler football. It is.
Well, that's a down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long, and you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Steelers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is now 21-14. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
It'd be interesting to see what he decides to do the next time he's in the position we just saw there. Outside of the pocket, takes a throw downfield, it turns up incomplete. I wonder if next time he might take off and run.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. To throw on 3rd down, Hopkins. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. Well, CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. 1 second, all that remains. And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins. Touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Harris starts the drive on the ground. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now here's another carry for Harris. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Throwing, Mayfield. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5. At the 25.
Up the middle with Barkley. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 143 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
So now from half the distance closer, here's 1st and goal. Now they send a man in motion right. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Barkley. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
The extra point up and good. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. To begin the drive. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. To throw, Mayfield. He gets it complete to Harris. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They'll send Austin in motion right. A first down throw for Mayfield. Completes this one to Pickens. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 30 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Now a first down carry for Harris to about the 26 here.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Mayfield. It's brought in by Harris. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 18 yards that time to push him up, 1st and goal.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll try to right side with Harris. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. 60 yards rushing for him now to this point.
As long as you've been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
They'll try and run with Harris. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Mayfield. Touchdown. Pat Freiermuth, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Steelers 31, Giants 21. Chris Boswell to kick off.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And we'll see a return here from the end zone.
The Giants take over first down 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On third down, Hopkins. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Good, clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3-and-out.
They'll try and throw for it here.
He finds his man. It's Robinson. And he is going to have the Giants first down. It's a gain of 12 on fourth.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Robinson's got it.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
I'll give him credit there. Nice job on the drag route. Bring the receiver across the field, hoping he can catch it in stride and turn it up. He was able to do just that, although he's just a little bit short of the first down.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On second down, here's Barkley. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. So from the 36 now, first and 10. Looking to throw. Hopkins.
This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Barkley inside handoff. Room here to run. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. They'll try and run forward with Barkley. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Second and goal from the 1. In motion goes the tight end. Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. They get only a yard there. Now it's third and goal.
A gain of 1 yard on the play.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley taking it in from a yard out. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead, and oh, there's a fake, and now he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward is just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll start the drive with Harris. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The 71 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
First down, and they go back to Harris. To the 43, second down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Mayfield. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
The Steelers on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Mayfield. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Throw left side complete. That's Powell. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
On first down, Hopkins. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. But right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
To throw on second down, Hopkins. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. They'll run for it with Barkley. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10.
It's Barkley on the counter. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Giants have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. A big play looming for the Giants as they'll go for 2. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. They're going to run it with Barkley. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A very solid gain of 27.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Here's Baker.
And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
Mayfield.
His throw incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down.
Now Mayfield.
Flushed out right. He finds his man, complete. It's Harris.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On the give, this is Harris. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
field to throw.
He finds his man, complete. It's Harris. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. They'll try to run with Harris. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And, partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
He's got a man, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. He'll look to throw.
He's got this complete to Robinson.
He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow.
They'll look to throw. And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they up their lead to 3. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football.
Wait a second, they declined the penalty?
I'm as puzzled as you are, partner. I don't understand how any time you lose possession of the ball, yet you turn down a penalty that would give you possession back. Now let's make this simple. Anyone who plays the game, take the football.
And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. No problem there on the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. They'll send the tight end in motion left. One last shot from Mayfield here. He's got him in. Complete. 20, 10, 5, and a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little too late now.
I would agree with that, and we're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
One final shot. They'll look to throw, and it's incomplete. It was an exercise in futility anyway. It doesn't affect the final outcome, and this one's over. So they tried to tack on two more. Wouldn't have mattered as far as who won and who lost, but that's how this one ends.
Felt like cosmetics, didn't it? Just put another 2 points on the board, make the score look a little bit better. Maybe they wanted to run a 2-point conversion just to see what they had. Who knows? But it just wasn't necessary.
So for the Giants, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, it was a good first month, but they'll fall to 4-1 as they suffer their first loss. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Baltimore Ravens come to town.